the Holocaust.
Seventh grade students in English and language arts and world history study the Holocaust, paying particularly close attention to cultural genocide, rescuers and outstanders, and escape and survival.
This series will cover various topics, providing other middle-level students with the opportunity to learn about the Holocaust.
Hello, our names are Ethan, Logan, and Harlan, and welcome to our podcast episode.
The Art Theft of the Century from the Morgan Park Academy 7th grade podcast series, Remembering the Holocaust.
We will be sharing the Portrait on the Road to Tarascon, the Amber Room, and the Vermeer, the Astronomer, which are 3 beautiful pieces of art that were stolen by the Nazis.
The Painter on the Road to Tarascon was an oil-on-canvas painting by 40 centimeters by 44 centimeters. It was housed in the Kaiser Frederick Museum of Magdeburg, Germany. It is currently known as the Kulturhistorisches Museum. It is widely believed to be lost in fire from the Allied bombings of Magdeburg during World War II.
It was very influential, since at the time, oil paintings weren't very popular. It was believed to be one of the first self-portraits in Van Gogh's time and Arles.
It was very vibrant, with amazing depiction of the colors. The way that Van Gogh painted the painting looked like you could truly imagine yourself being there. It was seen as a lost masterpiece and a rare but subtle glimpse into Van Gogh's personal life as an individualist and a traveling painter.
To him, real painters don't paint things how they are, but they do paint them as they feel they are. Francis Bacon thought it was a haunting painting of Van Gogh as an outsider and an outcast to the world. Even though the artist is alone and following a path between Arles and Tarascon, he will be meeting his friend Paul Gauguin in less than a month.
Within a year of his time, he had a seizure. Within 2 years, sold his first piece of artwork. With all of his life's happenings, his dark shadow only indicates his only true friend is himself.
However, the Monuments Men Foundation has it on its most wanted works of art list. The foundation is based on looking for the monuments, fine arts, and archives section of the Allied armies organized in World War II to preserve and recover art and cultural pieces that were threatened during the World War. The foundation lists and painting as missing from the Statsfurt salt mines art repository on April 12, 1945.
In the beginning of World War II and the Holocaust, the farmer or painter on the road to Tarascon was being taken and transported by the Nazis. The details are a bit foggy after this, but it was back on the floor of the museum that was bombed in early 1945 during the events of World War II.
The reason it was bombed was because some of the surrounding areas were becoming a bomb fest, so to say. These times were very dangerous, since these were the final 2 years of World War II. This was the endgame for the Holocaust.
After the painting was reportedly bombed, most of the world's governments decided to form a group to help look for the missing information, and missing works of art. Eventually, the search came to a conclusion, resulting in the painting being believed to be burned in the bombing after fires.
The Painter on the Road to Tarascon ended up being a big deal, and inspired many future paintings and was one of Vincent van Gogh's greatest achievements. This painting will be remembered for all the years that passed.
Astronomer by Johannes Vermeer was thought to have been created during the 1600s, specifically around 1667 to 1668. The painting features a man observing an astral globe, stretching his fingers across that globe. The painting includes many colors that are very vivid, like a vivid blue on the man's robe, and a lighter vivid blue and a lighter vivid yellow on the tablecloth. The man is inside of a dimly lit room with a slight amount of sunlight peeking through the yellowed window.
The painting was somewhat small in size compared to many other things, especially Vermeer, about 57 centimeters by 47 centimeters. The painting had many owners, but it eventually ended up with the Rothschild family, specifically Edouard de Rothschild in the 1880s. During World War II and the Holocaust, the Nazis had a special unit named the ERR, Eichstabad Rechter Rosenberg.
This specialized unit of Nazi men was created in the summer of 1945, as told by the Monuments Men website. On November 5th of 1940, the ERR was tasked with stealing many pieces of art from Jewish homes. Hitler and the ERR deemed these pieces of having no honor, as to justify their wrongful looting.
Hitler ordered all of these stolen art pieces to be brought to him so he could use them and sell them as he liked. During these coming years, the ERR stole many, many pieces of art from Jewish people. The Rothschilds moved to Paris, France to hide away from the Nazis. Unfortunately, the Nazis ravaged through their hidden abode and wrongly looted the astronomer painting, one of their most prized pieces of art. It is said that Hitler wanted this art piece because it showed German superiority through knowledge of space.
The Astronomer is the name of a painting created by Dutch Golden Age painter Johannes Vermeer. Even though the exact date is unclear, it's assumed he created it in the years 1667 and 1668. TraceBradleyArtifacts.com. Explanation number 1. Some evidence of this was the ERR card and Hitler's art album.
Analysis and wrap-up. This painting may be little in size, but has lots of story. This painting is just one of many that were wrongfully ripped from their Jewish homes. This is also a testament to the Nazis' terrible actions and disregard for Jewish lives and humility. After the Holocaust, the painting was returned to Edouard de Rothschild. Eventually, the Rothschild moved the painting to the Louvre, which they purchased in 1877. Today, the painting still remains in the Louvre, located in Paris, France.
The Amber Room. The Amber Room, made by Andreas Sculptor, was a chamber decorated in amber panels backed with gold leaf and mirrors. After expansion and several renovations, it covered more than 55 square meters and contained over 6 tons, which translates to 13,000 pounds of amber. The room was located in Catherine Palace of Tsarskoye Selo near St. Petersburg.
The Amber Room was looted during World War II by the army group north of Nazi Germany, and then it was taken to Königsberg for reconstruction and display. They stole the Amber Room from the Catherine Palace and reinstalled it, probably jealous of the Amber Room made by Andreas Sculptor. Because if they took the chamber not to destroy it, but instead display it in Königsberg, then it was a wonderful piece of art that they probably all wanted.
The crazy thing is, they have so many other people that could probably make something even better, but instead wanted to steal someone's talent. This had deprived the Jews from their well-being and the right to participate in human things. For example, the whole topic of Nazi art theft was that Jews weren't able to express their emotions of their talent. Instead, they were put to shame about it.
I'm sure the Amber Room would have been very popular and well known these days because it was worth $142 million in today's money. Cultural genocide was really the definition of Operation Barbarossa.
Cultural genocide is a deconstruction of culture. It's not just the art theft, it was also the business that's taken away. Traditions, values, languages, and even more. During the operation, over 3.8 million personnel were destroyed.
As proven by a picture of the reconstructed Amber Room, where we talk about the details and how it took place.
As proven by a picture of Catherine Palace where the Amber Room is and was located.
Also, by a picture or map plan for the Operation Barbarossa that you can see he set up to go out to Russia.
The theft of the Amber Room was a big deal. It would be $142 million today. And to find out that it disappeared during an Allied bombing is crazy.
Luckily, there was a reconstruction built by 40 German and Russian experts and estimated to be over $500 million in today's money.
We can actually go visit the reconstructed Amber Room in the Catherine Palace today.
In conclusion, the actions of the Nazi soldiers were unforgivable.
Throughout the Holocaust, the Nazis continued to execute evil and malicious acts against Jewish folks.
Those stone art pieces all tell a story on the terrible actions of these Nazi soldiers.
The Nazis often stole these pieces in order to diminish Jewish culture and dehumanize Jewish people,
which has been proven throughout our episode.
The Nazis were so evil as to make a special division of forces dedicated to stealing Jewish-owned and or created art.
If you'd like to research more for yourself, there are lots of reliable sources, but we recommend
www.smithsonianmag.com and eyewitness.usc.edu.
We truly thank you for taking the time to listen to our podcast. Thank you.
This concludes our podcast episode, Rescuers and Upstanders of the Holocaust, from the Morgan Park Academy 7th grade podcast series, Remembering the Holocaust.
Thank you for listening to the Morgan Park Academy podcast series, Remembering the Holocaust. We hope that you learned something important from our episode.
We should never forget the Holocaust and the accompanying genocide of over 6 million Jewish people. Thank you again for listening, and you can also visit our school's website at morganparkacademy.org.
On the Morgan Park Academy, this is Remembering the Holocaust, a production of Morgan Park Academy's 7th grade English classes.
If you love our show, please follow us on your favorite podcast app. Thanks for listening.